Daniel Welch, a political analyst and anti-war activist, is now with us from Boston. Mr. Welch, first of all, what is the significance of these protests we are seeing, especially in a major commercial hub like Hong Kong?
It's very disruptive. I think that it's something that the United States has been feeding into and planning for quite some time. There's a whole alphabet soup of non-governmental organizations that specialize in exactly this kind of thing. I think the reason it fizzled is because it wasn't. It was the attitude of the students is not in line necessarily with the working class segments of Hong Kong society. And they also are very well aware of the foreign meddling and the intervention in their affairs.
So if these protests do continue, could we see a crackdown by the government?
You know, I mean, you would in any Western capital for sure. I mean, you know, look at Turkey, where scores of people have been killed over the past couple of days in response to riots about what's happening to the Kurds. So, of course, there would be a crackdown if they continue for too much longer. I think the Chinese state has shown great restraint, or the government of Hong Kong, rather. And I think that it remains to be seen whether or not that they'll be able to continue it. Certainly, the United States has absolutely no.
Okay, well, Mr. Welch, we did lose him there. We are going to continue now with the rest of the bulletin. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has missed yet another key political event, extending a month-long absence and fueling further speculation about his physical health and political future.
Fueling further speculation concerning his whereabouts, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un was not listed by the state news agency among the officials who visited the mausoleum, housing the remains of his father and grandfather, a ceremony he has attended every year since coming to power in 2011.
Marking the 69th anniversary of the founding of the Chosun Workers' Party, officials from the party, state and army visited the Kumsusun Palace of Sun to pay respects to our great comrades Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il. A flower basket sent by Kim Jong-yong was presented to the mausoleum.
Kim, believed to be 30 or 31, has not been seen in public since September 3rd, when he attended a music concert with his wife in Pyongyang. Competing theories over his disappearance range widely, from an extended rest period to a leadership coup, via a long list of possible illnesses and ailments, including broken ankles, gout and diabetes. According to rival South Korea, which has largely distanced itself from the disappearance rumors, there was nothing to suggest that Kim was no longer in charge.
When North Korea's senior official visited here, he conveyed Kim Jong-un's greetings to our president, and the North has continued to report about Kim Jong-un's leadership. In light of those circumstances, it looks like Kim Jong-un's leadership is normal as usual.
The explanation with the most currency is a health issue that has left him temporarily incapacitated. But until the young leader emerges in public, rumors and speculation are likely to continue to circulate the airwaves.
Okay, now we do go back to Mr. Daniel Welch joining us there from Boston, to continue our discussion on the ongoing protests in Hong Kong. Mr. Welch, what does this latest U.S. condemnation mean for the two countries' relations?
You know, the China is in the crosshairs of an aggressive American attack currently. There's military encirclement. There's this provocation in the South China Sea. There's a whole range of attacks being planned because, as you said in the lead-in, it's considered a geopolitical threat. And I think that what the United States government and foreign policy establishment is saying is that they don't care. They feel, I think it actually comes from a position of weakness. They see a rising threat. It is an actual threat. It does make a huge difference for the future of the Western economies. And so they're trying to stop it, shoot it in the tires, as it were.
Okay, well, are we seeing something similar here to what started in Ukraine? As we know, Senator McCain was the one who stood and encouraged their defiance there. Could this just be the beginning for Hong Kong?
Yeah, I think it's the middle for Hong Kong. I think that this, like I said earlier, an alphabet soup of non-governmental organizations that is specialized in doing this kind of thing. In Hong Kong right now, in Ukraine, in Honduras, in Ecuador back in September, ongoingly in Venezuela. It is the height of arrogance for the United States to come out and talk about the human rights record of another country. Look, one of your earlier reports was about what's happening in Ferguson and St. Louis, Missouri. Young black men are 20 times more likely to be shot and killed by police than their white peers. It's ridiculous for the United States, who has no moral authority in the world anymore, no one's listening to this kind of thing, and to come out and try to demonize what's happening in Hong Kong.
Okay, well, Mr. Daniel Welch, a political analyst and anti-war activist, thank you very much for joining us there from Boston.